Hey guys, it's Monet here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so excited to just sit down with you guys, do a little life chit chat, tell you guys what's been going on because I know I haven't really been able to unpack and really talk to you. So that's what we're using this time for. I'm going to do like get ready with me. Quentin and I are going to go to dinner, try out a new restaurant that we've never been before, and then go to the movies to see the new Hunger Games. So I'm literally so excited. But of course we're on a crunch time, and you know what better way to like do my makeup under pressure while talking to you guys. Like that's the most fun part. So let's get into it. All right, so I feel like in some of my like most recent videos I've kind of like hinted at the fact, but I haven't like straight out declared. But yes, I got a new job like I guess it's been 2 months now, or I'm going into 2 months. And when I went on my Asheville trip, you know, with Quentin, I had talked about it, but I didn't really explain like what it was and what I'm doing. So I am now a carbon accountant, or also a sustainability manager for a software company. So basically I'm in the green tech industry. So it's a software company that helps companies have their ESG data more accessible. We provide, you know, their carbon accounting, like their carbon footprint, and also their social and governance data. I'm sure you're like, what does that even mean? But basically we're like helping companies understand, you know, where they are, how much emissions, CO2 they're putting out into the atmosphere. So it's really like a landing page, and every year they come to us to do those calculations for them so they can see, you know, if they are doing better, or you know, like how they are improving with their sustainability efforts. And I'm kind of like that liaison between like the platform and the customers. So I'm kind of walking through clients through the data collection process, helping them understand, you know, what their emissions are and all of that jazz. So that's kind of like what I've been doing in a nutshell. And it's very different from my previous roles. In my previous roles, it was mainly like marketing and sustainability, and kind of like the intersection between those two subjects. But now I'm into the carbon accounting world, the data world, and I'm very excited about it. I think, you know, for me, like I really get excited and I like get off a high about learning something new. Like all my life I've never been afraid to try new things, and this is just like one of those things. Like of course all throughout college and even like high school, y'all, I like never even really like mess with Excel, but like now Excel is my job, and it's just so funny to me. Like I'm not gonna even lie, I'm gonna be real transparent with you guys. I would have Quentin do all my Excel graphs when I was in college because I was just like, I don't have time to figure that out. Like I would do one thing and it just wouldn't work for me, and I'd be like, Quentin, just help me figure it out. And because, you know, he's a numbers guy, but it's so funny like how, yes, my strengths were in college writing essays and, you know, writing, like those are things that like come really naturally to me. It's not that I can't do math, I just didn't need to take math in college. Like I was a bio major, so and I wasn't pre-med, so I didn't have to take a math class. So it's so funny using that like other side of my brain. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I was like, oh my God, what am I doing? Like at certain points I'm like, oh, I'm so stressed out. But like, you know, you can't be afraid to try new things. And I preach this to my dancers like all the time. Like, yes, you're not going to be great at something like immediately when you try it out, but it's not like you can't learn. And I think for me, all my life, I've been a learner. So this is just, I'm really excited about this like new chapter in my life. And, you know, I was looking through old previous videos and I was talking about, you know, looking for that right job for me. And I really, truly believe in my heart that this position was God ordained. You know, it checks up all the boxes for me. It's remote, and you know, at a certain point I was like, y'all, I don't think I can get a remote job. I was so willing to just compromise on what I wanted and and just willing to go in the office, but I knew that wasn't going to go with my lifestyle and, you know, my needs. But I held on to like what I needed and you know, stayed patient. And there were other jobs that came in the pipeline that just probably weren't, you know, the right fit for me, and I'm like, oh, you know, why didn't I get that one? But it really is God's timing, it's God's will, and you know, I am living testimony of that. And I'm just super excited about my new career, and I'm excited about, you know, where it's going to take me. This is a startup company. It's only been in existence for like 2 or 3 years, which is kind of crazy, but they're like really succeeding in the green tech industry, and there's like a true need for it because, you know, some companies just don't have the bandwidth to do those calculations. It's an extensive process. I know it seems like, oh, you just like multiply this and this. No, like, especially if the corporation's big, it has multiple locations, you have to do the calculations for every single resource, every single emissions factor, every single type of emission that they are like creating has to be accounted for. And the company that we work with like very granular data, like very specific types of data. So we like no stone goes unturned. And I think it's really great for me. I think it's good to expand my knowledge, and I'm just so grateful and I feel blessed and just thank the Lord every day for this position. But you know, with a new job comes like new challenges. And so yes, I've been trying to like balance dance and acting and this new job. And because the new job is such a learning curve, like I'm having to like become not just proficient in Excel, but an expert in Excel, and in a really fast time period. Like it's only been 2 months, but I have to like continue to progress with Excel. So it's like almost like doing homework every night, you know, making sure that I'm building those skills. But it has been a little bit difficult because, you know, I have so much choreography that I need to do. Dances are still not done. I'm still like practically a lead dance instructor at IDA, if you will. So I've got to get that choreography done. So I'm spending a lot of my weekends in the studio creating, you know, being artistic and all that. And I really do love it, but I have to balance it all, you know. And like I realized like in the past 2 months, it's been like dance and the new job, and like that has been it. But also I have to be investing in my relationship with Quentin, so that's why we're taking the time out to go on a date, because we've been so focused with the wedding and getting the house and like all those details. I feel like we've kind of like forgotten about like the dating aspect of the relationship. And you know, since we're getting married, I feel like dating has to be such a priority, because you're gonna be with that person for, you know, essentially forever, hopefully. And you still have to like be nurturing and enriching the relationship itself. So that's why we like block the time out today to go to the movies, see Hunger Games, go to dinner, even though it's been a minute. And I'm guilty of it. I'll be like, can we just stay home? Can we just like not do anything? Can we just watch like Netflix or whatever? But you still have to be doing different types of things. And even like the Asheville trip, I feel like the Asheville trip was like the last time like we really got a lot of time, just because it's crazy over here. Like I'm trying to get like 20-30 dances done every single weekend. Like that's what I'm doing. I'm spending 10+ hours at the studio. And yeah, so it's balancing everything. And I'm taking the month of December to really build some routines, and I'm going to take you guys along with me on that, because that's going to be a lot of figuring out. I feel like the routines and systems that I set in place can probably help you as well, or if you have tips that you can share with me, just like balancing. So the big balancing acts is like job, relationship, my relationship with God. It's like dance, it's acting, and also those artistic pursuits. So it's a lot of stuff that needs to be balanced. And I think that's life. You know, you go through periods of up and down, like, oh, I'm doing so good at this, but this needs to be worked on. And the past 3 months, and I've talked about it too, but I am going to do like a more in-depth, you know, video. But I've lost practically 30 pounds. It's 27 pounds to be exact. But that was like my main focus, is getting on my health journey. I mean, and it's drastic. And I'm going to do like a whole detailed video about how I did that, because I want to share that process with you guys. It's just been very hectic. But that's been like the fluctuation up and down, the different chapters in my life. So I'm super excited. And I think now is really time to like settle down and figure out like, this is what needs to happen. This is what needs to happen. And plus the new year is happening. It's going to be in 2024, like next month. So really stay tuned for the videos I have coming out, because I am going to be really getting my life together. But also guys, check out the robe. This was Desiree gave this robe to all her bridesmaids, and I just think it's so cute, and it has me really excited about, well, going to her wedding just has me excited about my wedding. But my I think, guys, so I realized that like I care way more about a house than a wedding. That's just like how my brain works. Like I want to like put all the bells and whistles in a house versus like going all out in a wedding. So I really think our wedding is really just going to be like, you know, the people who can come and just like celebrate our love, like nothing, you know, huge, just very intimate, very small, and just like enjoying Paris, going on a trip, and then also celebrating our wedding. I think of it more like as a trip, and then celebrating our wedding like kind of going hand in hand. And so we can have like all those memories and, you know, just share that really special time with family and friends. So I'm excited about that, and I really got to get going on that like planning, y'all. So far I've just like nailed down, you know, the place and the food, and like that's about it. So like I don't have a dress yet, and y'all know I've been looking, and I really like need to like sit down and look, because like what am I doing? Like I really need to get on it. Like what is you doing, girl? Alright guys, if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. This is me just like putting my eyeshadow on. Girl was running out of time, but as you can see, I went for a very simple look. I wanted it just very natural, and here's the final look. I'm kind of obsessed. I got this dress from Pretty Little Things on sale, and it just looks great, and I can't wait to see you guys next time for my next video, so stay tuned.